Hello, and if you're joining this episode, welcome to Jugeong in New South Wales. We've just driven up from Canberra this morning, and Jugeong's on the Hume Highway, about 30, maybe 35 minutes from Yass, and we're heading to Leeton. We're going to go to the annual Art Deco Festival. So that will be interesting. We've got a Gatsby dinner to go to tonight, so yeah, it should be good, fun. We're going to have a good poke around Leeton. We're going to go across to Griffith as well and have a look there, and we might even be able to fit in a walk. There's a couple of pretty good walks, especially nearby Griffith, so yeah, hopefully we can do that. But I'll spin the camera around and show you a little bit of Jugeong. Hello. Oh, he's waiting for his owner to come out. Pretty busy in there, so I'm going to come out and take this seat in the sun, which looks kind of nice.
Away, little birdie.
Little bird wants some of that. Okay, that looks very good.
A generous helping of cream.
Well, that cake was absolutely delicious, and I'm still going with my coffee, and got caffeine in it, so that will keep me going. We're going to head off from Jugeong fairly shortly. We're going to make our way over through Wagga Wagga, and I think we're going to stop in Narrandera, and we'll probably have lunch there before going on to Leeton. So yeah, here we go. And welcome back. We have arrived in Leeton, and we pretty much just drove straight from Jugeong to here, so we haven't really had any stops and haven't had a lot to show you, but we are now ready to make our way down to the Roxy Theatre, which is where tonight's Gatsby dinner is, and all part of the Leeton Art Deco Festival. So happy to be here, and let me see if I can show you my outfit. And that's me. Somebody asked me what I was going as, and I didn't really know, and my wife said, I think you're probably like a yard boy at the Gatsby estate, or at most a groundsman at the Gatsby estate. So I'm pretty happy with that. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people there a lot more dressed up than me, but yeah, we'll go with this. So you may have been wondering why we've come to an Art Deco festival in a town in New South Wales. And I kind of wonder the same thing. No, but seriously, we love the Art Deco period. We love the architecture and the design. And this town is renowned for its Art Deco architecture in particular. And you know, although the period of Art Deco goes from 1910 through to 1939, I think the real high of Art Deco was in the Roaring 20s, because Art Nouveau had really started to take hold by about 1935. Yeah, so yeah, why not? Why not come to a festival like this and see what it's all about? And we've only got about 100 metres or so to the Roxy Theatre, and I'll show you that. It's a really beautiful old Art Deco style theatre. Good morning, welcome to day 2 of the Art Deco Festival in Leeton. We had a great time last night at the Gatsby Gala. Really good entertainment. I never thought I'd enjoy swing music as much as I did. The food was fantastic. Really enjoyed the company and the people on the table, and look, everybody was so glamorous. Everybody really embraced the Art Deco dress from, I think, mainly the 1920s period. And it was really glitzy. It took it back in time. I think the swing band did a song that they wrote, and they called it Party Like It's 1923, which was kind of appropriate for last night. Anyway, we loved it. So we're up now and we're going to have a poke around Leeton. And there's the Roxy Theatre, and that's where we were last night. And what a fantastic facility. I mean, you see some of these beautiful Art Deco buildings at country towns right around the country, and they're so lucky to have them. Most of the big cities just trash their buildings and replace it with God knows what. But so we're going up the street, and I thought I would start by going and having a look at the park. So this previously was a Water Conservation and Irrigation Commission building, which is now the Leeton Museum and Art Gallery. What a wonderful building. And it is open, fantastic. This is a close-up of the water towers and the beautiful Art Deco mouldings that they've got around the top. It's sort of like a crown that sits on top of it. So in the museum we were just looking at how they constructed this, and it was pretty basic scaffolding. It was just bits of sapling trunks that they used and tied together and climbed up and hung off various crossbars, and yeah, risky stuff, but good outcome, really beautiful. Well, I've had a good look around Leeton and visited, I think, pretty much all the Art Deco buildings. I think there's a few in the background. We've done some back streets and things, and I think we know the place pretty well now. So and that's our directions to where we're going now. We're going to go on a walk, so we're going to go out to the
FiveBough Wetlands.
what is it?
FiveBough Wetlands.
FiveBough
FiveBough, I believe, Stephen.
Wetlands. Okay, thought you said something else. FiveBough Wetlands. So we've got about 2.8 kilometre walk to get to the place, so we'll get another look at the town as we pass through, and yeah, we'll see what the wetlands are like. And here we are, we've walked the 2.8 kilometres and arrived at the FiveBough Wetlands. So let's go and have a look and see what it's all about. So there's two walks that you can do. There's the Wiradjuri walk, which is probably information about the indigenous people to the area, and the one we're doing is the main walk in inverted commas, which I think will take us to the wetlands, and we'll hopefully get to see some of the species of birds, although if many of them are migratory birds, this may be the wrong time of year. It's overcast and windy, but I think it's about 17 degrees, so I just took my jacket off because it's getting quite warm. So we'll see some birds, I'm sure. So we can go on the north walk, which looks like it just goes out and back, or we can go on the south walk, which is a 2.4 kilometre loop. I think the south walk, yeah, we'll do the loop walk. We're going to go for the loop walk today. I was thinking that we weren't going to see any bird life. It just seemed to be all a big paddock of reeds, which is great environmentally, I guess, if you've got a lot of those birds that supposedly migrate, and from what we read they migrate from as far away as Siberia, but that was pretty special back there, and I think in the breeding season there'll be a lot more variety of bird life and well worth coming out to have a look at. Alright, we'll continue on the loop walk, and looks like we've got 1.2 kilometres to go. Back at the start, I finished the loop walk and it was pretty good. I didn't know anything about it, so it wasn't very informative on the walk, but I showed you as much as I could. The only thing I'd say is today's like a nice walking day. It's overcast and cool, but this would be quite an exposed walk if it was middle of summer, a really hot day, so you'd have to really, you know, make sure you put the sunscreen on and put a hat on and maybe even an umbrella. But look, if you like walking, well worth a visit. We like walking, so we were happy to walk the 2.8 kilometres out of town and do the loop. And now, of course, we've got to walk 2.8 kilometres back into town. So We are going to go and book into the Hydro Hotel. It's 2 o'clock now, and we'll have a shower and probably go out and get dinner somewhere in town tonight. Okay, so we're back in town, and we've just checked into the Hydro Hotel, just behind me there. So I'm going to take you in and show you the Hydro Hotel. I'll show you to our room, and a little bit later I'll give you a tour around the place, but this is just to give you a little taste for the time being.